the Reen, October 13th,
Yes,
2006. Friday the 13th, you know what that means. Alright, the Reen, introduce yourself, background information, and one thing I want to know, why did you choose the name the Reen?
Alrighty, well, my name's Rene Mendes. I'm also known as the Reen. My nickname has always been Reenie, and I decided to shorten it to Reen after people started calling me that when I'd go play at Espumas back in the day. And then I decided to be random and put the in front of it because I wanted to be like the Fonz. I can be cool like that.
Alright. Tell us how you got into music.
Well, I always loved music since I was a little kid, and I grew up on my mom's 60s records, just a whole bunch of random ones. They gave me the La Bamba movie soundtrack, which I loved, Elvis cassettes and Beach Boys cassettes, and I always just sang along to them. I learned to harmonize since I was little, and I thought, I thought it came naturally to everybody, listened to a lot of 50s music, and I just always wanted to be a singer, and I never really thought of picking up the guitar, because I always thought, I kind of doubted myself at playing. I would write my songs, I'd write little poems and stuff and sing them in my head, sing a melody, and it wasn't until my 14th birthday when my stepdad actually bought me an electric guitar. I said, okay, well, I may as well learn to play it. So I started strumming it. I didn't even know how to tune it. And then I decided I wanted to write my own songs rather than learn other people's songs. So that's where it took off, and I've been writing ever since and playing my little songs.
Sounds good. How would you describe your music and elaborate on any, if any, musical influences?
Well, my musical influences are a lot. Like, for instance, I listen to like a lot of oldies. I grew up on oldies, so like Elvis, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, Johnny Cash, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, a lot of random just 60s pop bands, and then newer stuff like Nirvana, the Foo Fighters, Everclear, Weezer. There's just a lot of stuff out there. Like there's this Butch Walker is another one of my major influences. He had a band called Marvelous 3 a while back. He does a lot of producing now for like Avril Lavigne, Midtown, a lot of bands.
Alright, tell us about the content of, you mentioned that you write lyrics, you write your own songs?
Yes, most of my stuff has to do with getting screwed over by girls, or
it
being
happens.
in love, or stuff like that. Somebody's calling, hope it's God. But, a lot of it has to do with that, and basically I like to write about stuff that I've gone through. And I know to some people I might not be that young, but I'm still relatively young, and most of the stuff that I've gone through has to do with relationships, and I like to write stuff that I've felt or gone through, or I have someone close to that's gone through something. Like, there is a song that I've written like to dedicate to all my friends. I've written a song about domestic violence, even a random song about a chick who's like awesome at singing karaoke. It just varies, but a lot of it, I guess the subject matter is kind of emo, but I'm not as whiny.
Alright, sounds good. Can you tell us of any venues which you have played at?
Yes, I played around town. The first places I ever played at, I used to have a band called Left Lane Closed, and the first place we ever played at was the St. John Newman Luau, back in like '99, back in the '90s.
Wow.
And, after that, we played a whole bunch of Jamaikas, and like there was where Kush is now. It was a club called Downtown Alley. And as the Reen, when I went solo, I started off playing at coffee bars like Espumas, Open. Played in San Antonio, Café Revolucion, at Dallas at the Curtain Club. I'd go to Monterrey a lot to Café Bebop, Toreros, Catumba. And around town now, we've done shows at the Rio Grande Plaza Hotel, Hooligans, which is now Theo's. We have a show at Hustlers coming up.
Okay. Take a break. Want to take a phone call? Message. Tell us about how you perceive the public response to your music.
Since I started on MySpace, MySpace has helped me a lot, and it's I've gotten a pretty good audience off of there and good responses from people from like all over town, all over the nation who have like responded well to the songs. People have like come to me and told me that a certain song might mean a lot to them. It's helped them through something, and that's where like it lets me know, I'm doing my job right. Like this is what I've always wanted to do. This is what I believe my purpose in life is. Able to help people with my music.
Good. Have you recorded any, or do you plan to record in the future?
I was in Miami this summer recording a demo.
You mentioned MySpace. I first saw you also through MySpace, and then I read your blog. You mentioned Miami being out there.
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, MySpace really does work, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really has helped me. It's helped me get. Like I've gotten a lot of attention from like people, like I said, from everywhere, and even people in England can hear me. And,
yeah.
Like I've gotten shows. Like Dallas, the Curtain Club is one of the biggest clubs in Dallas for live music, and they contacted me through MySpace, and that was a really big opportunity for me, and I was really glad that I had MySpace, because of that I've gotten a lot of shows, I've gotten a lot of venues,
How did it go out there? The Curtain
Club?
The Curtain Club.
It went well. I was the headliner, and I was really nervous because I didn't have a backup band back then, but some people had told me, some people from here in another band told me that they would help me at that show, and I was like, oh, thank God, you're gonna help me. But they ended up backing out on me at the last minute, so I went by myself. And when I got there, they were like, where's your band? I said, I'm the band. Like, you're the headliner, you're going on without a band, and all these bands are opening for you. I'm like, yeah. But it turned out really well, and I got a really good response from the audience. People wanted autographs, wanted my set list, wanted to take pictures, and some people were even wearing T-shirts with Reen on them, and it made me feel really special. It was really nice.
Awesome. Okay. What is the future of the Reen? And I just heard something about the Reen and the Renegades. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, this is like, music has always been my life. That's what I've always wanted since I was a child, and I'm going to keep going until I reach my goal. And I want to be a successful recording artist, and I'm going to keep going until that happens. I recently got a backup band, which I call the Renegades. And some people might say I have an ego because I decided to put my name in the backup band title, Rene. But I figured if Archie could do it, he named his whole band the Archies straight out, why can't I? Call them Renegades. Like they've been helping me out, and they're sounding really good, and they're adding a lot to the live shows, and I hope they'll stick with me everywhere like I go. I want to start a tour soon and get as many live shows as possible and have them with me, and it's really good having them around. It's like my little Reenie family. Little musical family. I'm sorry, that sounds like I have an ego again. But it's
musicians
fun.
with egos? Never.
Of course not. But like we have fun together. Like we're all friends. We get along well. We love to joke around and just be hyper. And it's really fun, and I hope they'll stick with me, and I'll take them with me wherever I go as long as they want to.
Alright, the camera's off.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, the camera, I was gonna tell you the camera's off. Not tell you the truth, but I was just joking about that.